Pokemon time! Yo, what is up, Crockxen clan members, Poke fans, and others who saw on this video? I'm SoresanCrockxen, and I know I left you guys alone for like 2 weeks at this point. I'm very sorry. I was on vacation. I probably should have mentioned it, but I was gone. I was nowhere near my computer or anything of the sort, so I wasn't able to make any videos. I might talk about it in the future stream or whatever, but for now, that's it. Anyways, so today, episode 3 of Pokemon 2B Unmastered is what we're going to talk about. And I gotta say, I actually kind of enjoyed the episode. I watched my boy, the Insane Game Freaks, review on it, and he's a big fan of Cilan. And I am too. I like Cilan. And I think he was just disappointed the fact that it felt like the episode might have been more centered around Brock than it was on Cilan. Like, basically, Cilan shared the spotlight with all these other characters. But I kind of saw it a different way. I saw it in a different angle. I think this episode really helped shine Cilan's strong points as a character. The fact that he had his tasting time, his detective time. He's actually the one that practically solved everything. I think it really helped him shine as a character. Granted, would it have been cooler for the episode to have been centered around just him doing stuff and like not have any of the other side characters around? Sure, I can see that. But I don't think the way they made it sound like, I feel like Ash is gonna see at least most of his companions again at the end of this like little mini arc. At least that's how I feel. Especially since they hinted at the subway bosses as a thing, and it's been a while since Ash has seen them. So that could lead it to something, and like maybe they're gonna meet up again when they're doing that big celebration with the subway bosses, or they're opening this giant. I think it's supposed to be like a restaurant or something. I don't know. Either way, Ingo, Emmett are G's, so I would hope to see them in the future. I like Hatterene as a Pokemon in this episode. I really liked Hatterene as a Pokemon in general. If you saw my top 10 Galar Pokemon, Hatterene was in there. I really liked as a Pokemon. I really like the fact that they used her lore as a selling point for this episode. The fact that Hatterene feeds off of strong emotions, whether they be positive or negative. Most of the time it leans more towards the negative aspect of it. So I like the mentality that went with it. I like the fact that they showed all 3 stages. You know, the Hatterene, it's Hatenna, Hatterene, and Hatterene. And the fact that each stage has a different way of how they handle emotions. Like, you have a team, but with being able to, she's so small, is able to just sense emotions and be able to guide you. Whereas Hatterene doesn't like strong emotions, or she gets upset and starts beating people up. And then Hatterene just likes to absorb negative emotions. So I like the fact that they showed the 3 evolution line. I think this is the first time the Hatterene family is even shown in the anime. So it's a nice way to like have their debut and show how cool this evolution line is. I wish that Beat had been a thing to help flesh out, because like Hatterene is like his main Pokemon in the games. But that's besides the point. I love Hatterene. Team Rocket was there, but they were like so off to the side that I didn't really care. I was able to just ignore they were there. Brock, okay, I will say this. I do agree with Insane Game Freak and a couple other people I've seen talk about Brock. For this episode, I'm a little upset that they reduced him to what they did. I know that in Sun and Moon, they had him be like part of like the gym leader stuff again for a bit. Like, he still has his doctor stuff and his caring for Pokemon, but in Sun and Moon, they had him be like a gym leader to battle Kiawe with his Mega Steelix. So like, I'm not upset that he wasn't doing something doctor related as his introduction back. I'm upset that they basically reset his character to just be the womanizer, or the wannabe womanizer that he was back in the OG series, up to Diamond and Pearl. I don't appreciate it. I don't like the fact that they did that. But it's like, I guess it's whatever. Hopefully they don't do that in the rest of the whatever chapters we have left. But I think Cilan still stole the show for me. I'm actually glad how they handled him, and the fact that it's because of him that they were able to take care of everything. I do want to bring up, I think it's a little bit of a continuity error here because Misty ran into a Joltik and freaked out about it because it's a bug Pokemon. When in the last episode she was fine with Leavanny. So is it because Leavanny he's like more humanoid than the regular bugs? She's okay with it, and Joltik is like an actual like tiny spider. That's why she doesn't like it. I don't know. And then there was like a little gag. I have to bring it up. There was a little gag because she's a fan of water types, but she doesn't like bug types. So Cilan's like, hey, what about Dewpider? It's a bug water type. And she's like contemplating, like, I might have to think about that for a minute. Because it's like, it's a water type, but it's also a bug type, and it's a spider. So it's like, maybe she might not like it or whatever. So I thought that was nice. Like I said, Cilan sold this episode for me. I gotta say, if it wasn't for, like, if it had just been like Ash, Misty, and Brock dealing with Hattery and stuff, I probably wouldn't have liked it as much. Because it's, Brock's fantasies, at this point, it's like a tiring gag. I thought we were past it, and they just brought it back. But Cilan sold this episode for me. I know, like I said, the Insane Game Freak, I'm usually on board with a lot of his mindset and a lot of stuff he says. There's always going to be like some differences. And I gotta say, this one, I'm not with him, dog. Because I love the fact that Cilan got... He's the reason everything went well in this episode. Outside of everything else, he's the reason that everything went well. So I'm glad they did that. They did my boy right. Cilan, at this stage, I'd probably say Cilan is my favorite male companion. It's like Cilan. Yeah. So Cilan. The Alola kids is always gonna be hard, but like the Alola kids, then Brock, Go, and Clement, or Clement and Go can like switch around. I really don't know. They're at the bottom of the barrel though. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this episode review. Like I said, I really enjoyed it. Out of all the episodes that are out right now, this is my favorite. I haven't seen the Baratech episode, which is the next one I'm gonna do. Hopefully for you guys in the next couple of days, alongside whatever's releasing this week, because I don't really fucking remember. And we'll go from there. So that's gonna be it. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below what you thought about the episode. Let me know how you feel about Cilan, being back. What you expect for the rest of the series. And just let me know how you felt about the episode. But that's going to be it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have been SoresanCrockxen, and I will see you guys in future videos.